What's up, everybody, and welcome back to With the Boys. I know we took a long break, but we are back, and we got some interesting, we got a interesting topic. We will have multiple interesting topics for you guys as we continue this. But today we are talking about what, Justin?
Your mom.
What? No, we're going to be talking about Ed Gein and modern Ed Gein, aka Jonathan Gerlach. So if you guys do know about Ed Gein,
Nope. Just kidding. I know a little about him.
okay. You know that what he's done. We're going to go over that, and then we're going to go over this person named Jonathan Gerlach as our modern Ed Gein and what he has done. So to kick off Ed Gein, though, we're going to send it over to Justin and start it off.
Why are we sending it over to me to start off?
Because you can talk like Ed Gein. I don't know if that's good or bad.
That was that would kill.
Oh, okay.
Alright, anyways, like he said, I'm back, we're back, boys are back. Joe's
Besides
back.
missing one guy.
We are missing Nick. We do miss you, Nick. Nick will be joining us in a couple of months, though. He's got some personal things going on, but we are excited to be back, and we will be even more excited when he can join us.
Extremely. Miss you, Nicky P. Alright, anyway, we're just going to start off with his early life. So, he apparently had an alcoholic father who stopped providing for the family eventually throughout his time in his life before he died. And no, he ran away. He didn't die. I mean, he did. He's probably dead now, I assume. But he didn't die on them. He ran away on them is what he did. POF. Okay. Anyway, now that we got that out the way.
You can tell we've been gone for a minute.
He was also abusive with the kids, as far as Ed Gein goes, and Ed Gein had a brother. We'll get to his name.
That I did not know. I didn't know Ed Gein had a brother.
That's crazy. You're missing one of the biggest parts of the whole case.
This is why we had to kick off with you, because I didn't know that.
Anyway, the liquor slowly killed his father apart from his family in a deep, deep, dark hole somewhere. Don't be that guy. His mom, Augustus, was her name.
Augustus.
And she was super, 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 super religious, like Mormon. Can I say that? Or is that offensive?
I don't think that's offensive.
I think you're
sorry,
right.
Mormons. But, you know, he got brought up in a super religious household. No sins were tolerated in his house.
Nada.
His mother hated the fact that his father drank, and eventually, I believe they got in a big fight, and he left and never came back, and that's how that actually played out. But she wanted girls at first, and she was disappointed with her first boy, Ed Gein's brother, Henry, I believe is his name. We can confirm that later. And then she was disappointed twice when Ed popped out. So, basically,
Part 2.
she wasn't happy about that. And she used the Old Testament Bible verses, mainly from Revelations, to scare the kids when they was really, really young.
Well, I mean...
So, I mean, we all kind of, we definitely read our Bible a little bit.
Yeah.
Some of us may have watched the movie Revelations 2012, that kind of thing. Anyway, those
shout out to
kind of
2012 for
things
scaring everybody in the world.
is what she, thanks Mayans.
Well, some people believe that the Lord actually did it in 2012.
We're just in an alternate universe.
Yeah, the quantum of immortality.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, basically she used the super scary verses, especially when you're a kid, from the Bible to scare the kids into never sinning. They didn't want to be damned to hell, so they were going to listen to Mama.
Yeah.
And she was verbally abusive to them as well. And she didn't let them play with any other kids or talk to a single female. She always told the boys that women were sinful creatures, and Ed would just be like, oh, I want a girlfriend.
Hold on. Before you go further, but she wanted girls as kids.
Yes.
But she wants to now, like, blame them, basically, for being sinful creatures.
Yes, because that's her way of keeping her boys around her.
So I wonder if she had girls, what she would have said to them.
Well,
probably the same vice versa.
She would have. She seems
Yeah,
like
I
a
mean,
very
yeah, probably.
controlling, a very manipulative type of female to me. And it seems like she would have almost preferred them to be girls, because then she wouldn't have to worry about them being the ones getting their heart broke in her eyes. She would think her girls are going around taking men's money, living their best life, yada yada, whatever. And that's from what I gathered on who she was as a person. That's what they try to interpret as, and links that I read in Netflix show series almost. So that's kind of what I gathered from that portion. I don't necessarily know. It's an interesting thing to think about. What would have happened if it was Ed Lane?
Ed Lane.
That popped out instead. Who knows?
Ed Lane.
That didn't happen. But yeah, she didn't let them play with any other kids. She kept them isolated in the house practically their whole life, living on a farmhouse. He was born not in Plainfield, Wisconsin, but they moved to a 150-acre farmhouse in Plainfield, Wisconsin when he was super young.
Back when, acres land cost probably like $5.
Yeah. I was going to say, so he was born August 27, 1906. I actually got the place, La Crosse, Wisconsin is where he was from. I don't know where that's at, but...
Fine Packers fan who's not from Green Bay.
Yeah, fair enough. I got that he had, his left eyelid had a growth that caused the lazy eye, so we're going to get into his description right now. Hold on, close your eyes, boys. We're doing an experiment. I want you guys just...
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, he had a lesion on his
Can I open my
thumb,
eyes now?
which apparently the lesion on his thumb and hold out for him.
What?
No, okay, just show
Please,
not the
Father.
hand.
Father.
Yeah, so he had a lesion on his thumb. It was supposed to speak like this. That was the reason behind that. So I guess I'm probably not supposed to be making fun of the way you talk or whatever.
Okay, I don't care.
It's rude. Anyway, he allegedly, at the age of 7, I have his height in here somewhere because he was a rather short guy. He was like 5'6", I think I read, or 5'5", something like
So
that.
around your height, yeah.
Hey,
Hold on, we're connecting dots here. You can sound like him. You're his height. Hold up.
You jolly white giant.
Let me catch you at a graveyard next.
My hair's about to be long. I got a neck tattoo. That's for the future, Gein. Well, not future, but the new one. Kinda. Not really. He's actually kind of worse. Almost. He didn't kill people, supposedly, that we know of. But we're gonna get on. Yeah. We gonna get on. Keep going. Anyway, supposedly, what'd I say?
He was 5'6", 5'5".
No, then y'all started. Yeah, no.
And then we started connecting dots.
Allegedly, at the age of 7, he's seen his parents kill a pig, and I don't know how.
So wait, did his mom remarry?
He came his pants.
What did he say?
What? Hold on. What?
I was trying to figure out a better term. I couldn't. Okay? He had some weird stuff happen when he was 7, when his parents killed
Bro couldn't
a
even
pig,
use the
okay?
correct terminology. He just had to say
The pig is like,
Alright, we didn't need... They didn't need a visual. I definitely didn't need no visual.
That's definitely going to have to be an 18+ video. I mean, it was going to anyway just because of the topic, but like, definitely now.
All right.
No, on a real note, that is wild.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's kind of crazy.
that's-
I don't think I've ever. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah. If it's that kind of thing that's making you get off, we got some deeply rooted
I'm
issues.
turning what
off
Brady
with.
did into a meme now. I'm clipping it. Just don't turn it into a meme now.
But anyway, besides that, at age 12, these notes are crazy.
Hey, these are your notes.
No,
These are your notes.
No, this is his life.
I mean, I know, but these are, you wrote these down. So
at age 12, he got caught
Oh, hell no.
gooning,
No,
And
no.
and his mother
I
grabbed
knew exactly where you were going.
his mother grabbed him by his doink and scolded him about it.
What?
Telling him that was a sin. Did you know where that was going, Brady?
what's it going right there? Was that what you were thinking?
And
No,
so
I knew where he was going with the gooning part. I did not.
allegedly, So allegedly that happened.
Yeah,
His
that
mother
is crazy.
absolutely
Your own-
terrible.
Your own
Now,
mother doing that's wild.
although he did have such a rough upbringing, I still can't excuse any of the things that he did, any of the things that he came to do. I really can't understand how one falls off so far. I mean, obviously, I feel like I'd want to get away from that family, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't turn to everything else he did. Anyway, he supposedly, she supposedly made both the sons vow to never have sex until they die. And Ed took this vow very seriously because as we've been over his past, age 7, age 12, he's got some serious mental issues. So if his
Yeah.
mom's sitting here making him vow with the hand on the Old Testament, saying that he's never going to sleep with a woman in his life, he might seriously take that. Now, his brother, not as messed up. He seemed all the way there for the most part. And so as he started to get older and turned 18, he got about the house and started dating, and he wanted to get married. And we're gonna get on to what happened with his brother the rest of the way. But we're going back to Ed for a little bit. He never dated or had a feeling for a girl in the younger years due to his mother's strict projections. He often felt what you would normally feel for girls when you're younger, just towards his mother. And so he dropped out of school after 8th grade to help his mom on the farm full time, which really stunted his social life. He already didn't have a good social life, but dropping out in the 8th grade, working on the farm full time, he was seeing nothing but animals and hay all day long. Sitting there probably talking to only himself and his mom, to be assumed. But after his father died in 1940, Ed became a babysitter as a gig and did other side jobs to make money for the family. But I put the babysitter gig in there because that was one of the most notable ones. This guy got close enough to watch people's kids, and he is a monster who skinned people and made furniture out of them. I don't think it was very clear as to how many times he did that. I think it was only a few, if I remember right, what they made it seem as far as how many times he babysitted the kids that they was talking about. But still, that's crazy. It's insane. Nothing ever happened during those gigs, to my knowledge, but still insane. Now he possibly killed his older brother.
Huh?
And I was right. His older brother.
Oh no, wait. So you said possibly, and then you was right. So you found out.
No. I was right about his name. His brother's name was
Okay.
Henry Gein, who, like I said, started by his mother, had a girlfriend, planned on moving out. He tried to tell Ed about her teachings, how they wasn't right, how his mother was overbearing, how he didn't have to live his life in the way that she wanted him to live his life because she was just too strict,
Okay.
too controlling. And so that supposedly this I got from the Netflix series. So embellished, maybe. I'm not too sure. But from what it showed, they was clearing brush from their shed one day and basically just like dirt, trash, everything that needed to be cleaned and burned in a brush pile out in the middle of nowhere because that's what they do. So they're clearing it all out, and that's when they supposedly had this conversation in the Netflix series. Now, I don't even know if it's that conversation where he tried to tell his brother Ed that get away from him, he's crazy, yada yada, whatever. I don't know if that ever actually happened. But during them cleaning out the brush, they set the fire, and then there was a 911 call, or they just came because of the smoke that was seen. They got out of control, started to reach the forest, and they found Henry in the fire, kind of just in a bunch of smoke, a little bit away. He wasn't burned up or anything, but they ended up saying that he died from like smoke inhalation or asphyxiation of lungs or something like that. Remember, you ingest too much.
Okay.
Whatever it was in the air. Now, they also said there was a noticeable blunt force trauma that could have been from a big rock right here on his head, which is where Ed might have murdered his brother came from. Netflix completely embellished it. I'm pretty sure they had Ed shoot his brother. That never happened, for sure. But I believe that's how they portrayed it, which is also why I didn't like that too much. I learned as I was reading it that the Monsters at Gein on Netflix, it's not even, I mean, you can get kind of a general idea, but they also misled me in so many different ways, it's actually crazy. And we're going to get to that too. But yeah, so that was the story with his death. His brother died with bruises on the head, like he was struck. Cops ruled he died of heart failure, is what it was, due to the fire. Anyway, Ed's story when they took him in, because they did for a little bit of questioning just to see what happened, it had inconsistencies in it. And then after, shortly after that, his mother and him got even closer, because now his brother's not even around for him to talk to. Now it's only him, the animal, his mom. And from here, he starts to really get off his rocker. And in 1945, he loses her. So in 1944, loses his brother. In 1945, loses his mother. Which you would think is maybe like, oh wow, it's uplifting. Yeah, he's not under the control of her no more, or whatever. But he was so mentally affected by her at this point that it seems that he always thought that she was going to be around and controlling his every move in all this. So after her death, he gets super lonely. He sealed off parts of the house that they lived in that his mother used all the time. So her bedroom, he just sealed it off, kind of like you'd expect him to do. I don't know, like Brian White's bedroom in the museum. They just set it up as he kind of did that. In a way, he wanted to preserve everything in that room and leave it completely intact, and he did that with several rooms in there. But he started deep diving into pulp magazines, which I was trying to kind of figure out what those related to and what they talked about a lot. And the ones that he necessarily really got into was like cannibalism, headhunters, the little German mustache man. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that word.
He's not German.
The little Austrian mustache man and his people.
The painter.
He got my bad, Germans. But yeah, him and his followers started there. He was really interested in it as well. There's a lady over there named Coke Isle or something like that. I don't even know. But In the Netflix docuseries, they portrayed her as also doing the same kind of things that Ed Gein did, and supposedly being the one who kind of had him realize and start fantasizing that, oh, I can skin people, make stuff out of it, like, oh, I would love this, oh me. But like, nah, I mean, that's not cool, first of all.
Yo, for real though, comment down below at this video if this man does sound like Ed Gein. We gotta have a little poll going, like a yes or no.
It's not that good.
No, I could definitely work on it, I think. I don't need to, though. Anyway, he started grave robbing shortly after he deep dived into pulp magazines, cannibalism, all that extremist stuff. And he would read obituaries of women, and then he'd go to exhume that body specifically. He wanted to know the people that he was digging up, because he wanted to see the people he was digging up, because he wanted these people to resemble his mother. Again, direct fascination. He's just so drawn to his mother, he is now trying to recreate her out of other people. And so names of the graveyards that he was stealing out of was Spirit Land Cemetery and the Plainfield Cemetery. Those is the most frequently robbed graves in Plainfield Cemetery. And then that's where...
Say, I got that. Those are local graveyards that he was at.
Yeah, which, I mean, he didn't have too many places that he went or too many bodies he actually handled, which is why it's believable that it was in between two places. That makes perfect sense. There was probably plenty for him.
Well, also, I got that
which is a weird way of saying that, but...
Say, I got that he visited 9 graveyards, but, like, that's only saying visited. It's not saying that dug up, so...
I don't know. I mean, maybe he did have people from other ones. I was going to say, what I got here is the Spirit Land Cemetery warden, one of the 2 people that he was charged with killing, is buried in that cemetery, or there's a headstone of that last name in there that possibly has a connection to the
So I actually want to speak on that since you brought up warden. She was a hardware store owner, but before warden, he confessed to killing 2 women. One was a tavern owner, Mary Hogan. Mm-hmm. He killed her in 1954. Now, what's crazy when he brings up warden is that he killed warden in 57. So, how did this man get away with murder for 3 years? And then killed again.
Come tell you, big ball.
That is wild to me. And what's also wild is that he went after owners of places.
Yeah, well, I mean, the way I see it is, it seems like a lot of people that knew Ed himself, especially considering, like, you look at the fact that I told y'all he had other side gigs doing different stuff, and one of them was even babysitting. Apparently, he must have had a way of having people trust him, because if you go let somebody babysit your kids, you best trust them. Like, that's the only way that makes sense.
Before there was Dahmer, you had Gein. Relax. Just want to take some pictures.
Literally. Crazy. But yeah, you got us going into this. Like you said, I think people killed her in her own tavern. Took her back to his farmhouse. She was a German lady, allegedly divorced twice. So that gave them 2 other people to look at, besides Gein, because they didn't know Gein was even involved in any way with this lady. They just knew that he frequented the tavern that she ran. And then she was also allegedly connected to the mob in some way.
Really?
Supposedly. I mean, which, coming from Germany, like, international background, whatever. You know, who knows? I read stuff, okay? And I read into that, and it checked out allegedly that she was connected to the mob, because that was in some of the police files, which is why they kind of denounced it as the mob. And they found her head in a bag hanging in the kitchen.
Nope.
Whoa.
I'm just
FBI. Check on this. That was not the response. But yeah, so 3 years later, like you said, he killed his previous warden. She was found decapitated with her body hanging upside down in their shed.
Yeah. So we will have some photos in this video. Laptop stopped working, so they're not on the TV. I believe that you did send a link though, so I'll put the link along with the description if you guys want to see more of the photos, because I'm only putting certain ones. Some are very graphic that I cannot put.
Yeah, so definitely if you want to look at all the photos, just A, prepare yourself, and B, don't have to anything heavy in your stomach.
And C, you'll find out how Art the Clown got his killing.
Yeah, yeah, definitely might have been something taken away from this. Anyway, moving on. Her organs was pulled out.
Oh.
She was gutted completely like a pig. And when they asked him about this style of how set up, there you go, how Ed had her set up. I don't know how to say that really. Well, he supposedly got the decapitation idea from Headhunters, the magazines that he's been reading into.
Okay.
So it can kind of tell you how not gullible. That's not necessarily the word I'm looking for. Perceived. He can be perceived to do certain things.
No, you're saying big words I don't even know.
There we go. No, I got it. All right, brain fart. But he can be persuaded.
It'd be like that.
He can be persuaded easily. It seems like just by reading a magazine, you're just gonna think, oh.
I say, hey, this looks like a good idea.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, kind of crazy. But the receipt with Ed's name that the police had found earlier the morning of her disappearance is what led them to Ed on this second murder, which is why he was finally actually called. A lot of people have tried to link several other missing persons locally to Ed. None have ever came out to actually, as far as I know, been linked to him. Allegedly, he served venison. That's deer meat.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all hate deer meat. Y'all know how deer meat tastes. It's chewier than most meats.
Yeah, more gamey.
I've never ate human, but I'd imagine it'd probably be gamey, just like deer meat. And it probably tastes even worse. Assuming. Salt and pepper. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Check this man.
But yeah, so he...
Check this man, FBI.
No kidding.
He allegedly served venison to his neighbors, which was possibly human meat. That has never been actually proven, but it's a good possibility considering he dug bodies up. And then he was arrested in 1957. So, yeah. He was eventually charged with only 2 murders and multiple counts of grave robbery. They found 10 bodies of women. And he was held in Washard County Jail when he was first arrested. That detective supposedly smashed Ed's head into a concrete wall during investigation.
No,
What?
And he was then seen unfit to stand trial. He claimed to be disassociated during the times that he murdered the women and dug up the bodies and made things out of them, which is why they put him up in the loony bin and let him go there. and they just locked him up, as far as I know, for the rest of his days. Because 11 years later, he was deemed mentally competent. They charged him of his crimes, but he still stayed in Mendota Mental Health Institute until 1984, when he died at the age of 77. So
now his cause of death, was it just age and
yeah,
health?
So he didn't die of anything crazy. It was
Okay.
just health
See, I wasn't
things
too sure. I didn't look into how he died, so.
Yeah. Now, before we breeze on from Ed Gein entirely and get into this Jonathan Christ Gerlach,
yeah, we're just gonna call him Johnny Boy.
I want to go ahead and at least get everything that detectives and police found in the house for Ed Gein listed out there, because some of this stuff is just egregious, but it's also very, very weird.
We're going to talk about Gein's arts and crafts, people.
Yeah, he was, human scrapbooking. Kind of weird, but whatever. We're going to go ahead and jump into it. So, starting off with some easy things. Well, not even really easy, but he had fingernails ripped from female victims, just chilling in a box.
Those were just for his snack or something.
Maybe.
When he didn't want to bite his own nails.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. That'd be insane. But he made a lampshade out of skin. That was found in his house. They found a couple waste baskets made from skin, which is the same shape as a lampshade, so you just gotta give it a bottle. But yeah, so trash baskets out of skin. He had found gloves of human skin. So literally gloves made out of skin to go around your fingers.
I just want to know, like, why? Just why?
There was supposedly a surplus of ears around. Just ears chopped off for whatever.
I was fascinated by Van Gogh.
I was going to say Tyson, but...
Okay.
Brady's like, well, Van Gogh was more modern at the time.
Fair
Before
enough.
Tyson was the thing.
All right, Van Gogh it is.
Brady's like, we're keeping it in the timeline, all right?
And then they also found nipple belts.
Interesting.
It's a nipple. First off, like,
That's a line.
how does that work as a belt?
Huh?
I'm trying to figure out how it works as a belt.
I want to say he probably just stitched them onto an actual belt.
Now, were they hairy nipples or just regular nipples?
You know, probably.
So one thing about Gein is that he only went after women, and so probably not hairy.
You don't know about that.
I mean, facts.
Okay.
You know,
Okay. Okay. Jesus.
But another thing, like as I was talking about, well, actually, continue your arts and crafts. What?
So did he really wear skin though?
Yes.
Yeah, they found a
Just like in Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
They found a full woman suit.
Yeah, like he had a corset from a female's torso.
Yeah, entire torso.
And leggings of human legs.
Yeah, all the way down. Gloves, like we've already mentioned. Faces. Yeah, he did that. He did all that.
Wow.
He had chair cushions of human skin. He had drawstrings on blinds, like those on our lights right here.
Oh.
You know how you got your strings that you use to pull the blinds up? He had those made out of human lips around his house.
Dog,
They were
what?
stitched lip to lip to lip to lip to lip together.
Like we're talking about sets of lip, or like we're talking about like the top lip to the top lip
and I'll take your bottom lip and I'll stone
on top of each other, or like a set. Okay, so yeah.
And then I'd go like that, and go like that, and go like that, and just keep going all the way down. Who even thinks that?
That's the creator of the Human Centipede.
Okay.
Like, and he doesn't seem like the kind of guy that would like a lot of. Wait. Yeah, that's fair. That's also a valid question. Human Centipede creator was.
Not to mention,
What were we
there's
thinking
3
making that
movies.
movie?
3 of them.
The 3 of them. So we did this.
Brady's like, nah, bro. Like there was 3 of them. Hold on. Why were we thinking about it 3 times?
He said, we sat in an office and agreed upon making 3 of these.
He's like, explain.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, yeah, we gonna run through this. I feel like we're already going long.
There you go.
I don't know.
No, we're good.
It's not Overkill Silver.
Alright, so, we talked about the pants made out of human leg skins. I said he had masks all over the place. He had a shoebox full of noses that was found. He had a shoebox full of vulvas.
Huh?
Not Volvos, vulvas. Poo-tang lips.
Okay.
There we go.
Over here trying to keep it as PG as possible. And Brady's like, alright, bro. He's like, you're going to have to be more modern language with me.
He took that cat and he threw it in the box.
Oh,
alright? You heard a cat in a hat. Those cats went.
Cat in the box. Got it.
Very messed up. Don't understand what possesses somebody to do that one. That was another misportrayal, misleading moment in the Netflix hockey series because they portrayed them in a freezer. Because they also had this whole thing in there where they had him running around going like, "Oh, I like them cold. I don't like them when temperature is too warm for me." And all this other kind of thing, which also wasn't true. Supposedly he never touched dead bodies in a sexual way, which also makes the whole thing even weirder.
Yeah.
So
what you're saying is he's not a necrophiliac.
supposedly not, but he does necrophiliac things. Yeah, I'm kind of confused. Also, he had bowls made out of human skulls in his house. So he'd take the top of your melon and he'd be eating cereal out of it.
I wonder if the spoon was made out of bones.
I could definitely probably see that, yeah. And supposedly, allegedly, cops seen a human heart sitting in a frying pan on a stove when they came to pick him up as well and searched his house. Take that as you will and as you want. Maybe he was eating human hearts, maybe he wasn't. He never confessed to it, but why is that hard?
Could you imagine your spirit just being there while he's doing that to your body? So this man's really eating cereal out of my head.
Okay.
Dang it! Why didn't I think of that? I could have used my head for so much more. A bowl? A bowl. I could have used it for a bowl.
Gein didn't want to do any dishes, so he's like, yeah, we're just going to use these skulls, and when I'm done with them, I'm just going to toss them to the side.
Give them to the pigs.
You know, this guy was a monster, which is why they made several horror movies about him. So we can go ahead and jump into that, because I also have this listed. But, well, as soon as I get to it, there we go. So basically, Psycho, Norman Bates in that portrayed Ed Gein characteristics in a way. That's kind of what his basic character was. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Leatherface. That's where that idea came from. Literally. Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs.
Bills.
Oh no. Wow.
So what's really going on with Bill's Mafia?
Not Josh Allen. Okay. Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs. He was portrayed as Ed Gein. That's where his character idea came from. And also we got The Monsters on Netflix, which I've said has portrayed it terribly, really. But
don't they do that with every?
Pretty much.
Like
yeah,
documentary?
they embellish it way past the truth
Yeah.
to the point that it's unrecognizable. Thereabout. Yeah, you could definitely say that. They yeah. I think that's about all I got on there. We'll just leave out everything else they embellished on the Netflix stuff because it's really not that important. What do you guys got to say? Because I got a couple more other interesting facts about it again, but
I'm
save
just
that
here
for
for a
wrap-up.
genuine reaction.
Say honestly,
Because I don't know
you
much
pretty much
about
covered a lot of it.
Gein, but I knew about him wearing skin. I didn't know if that was true or not.
Say what I read. You said 2 graveyards earlier, right?
Yes.
Say what I got is that he has made as many as 40 nocturnal visits to 3 local graveyards. I ain't got the names like you did, but it was to exhume the
So he did this stuff at
recently
night,
buried bodies. So,
Well,
what?
yeah, you'd have to get the skin. That's what he wanted.
Yeah. What'd you say?
He did this at night then.
I'm thinking of it tonight.
I would assume so.
Like,
I'm not
how
too
did
sure.
No one see him there.
Well, when we get into Johnny
robbery.
Boy,
Most likely.
you'll see like
This guy's a little different, though.
yeah, this guy's definitely different, and I would probably after like going through everything about Gein, I would probably say that he's a little bit worse. But then again,
Talking about New Day or Ed?
I could say I'm gonna probably say Ed's a little bit worse, just because he actually went with he actually unburied recently bodies and skinned them compared to what Johnny Boy did.
No.
But
No, there ain't no Johnny Boy. Johnny gone. Johnny gonna be gone a long time.
so now that we're already getting him involved, let's go ahead and jump over to him.
Back to Ed.
Okay. I forgot you did say that I forgot you did say he had a couple more things.
Grab that helmet at him.
So basically, that house after he
Grab what?
perished-
Oh, the helmet. I thought you said hammer. I was like, hammer.
He said, "Who's put the hammer on?" Okay. Anyway, after he got locked up, his properties went to the state, yada yada, all that. They was set to sell his house.
I would not buy that.
Well, it mysteriously burned down overnight. So
Zach Bagans bought it.
the only thing.
Just kidding.
Mysteriously
I'm just
burned down
kidding.
is crazy.
That's not-
Okay, you know what? Since he decided to bring up Zach Bagans, Zach Bagans has some of Ed Gein's leather skin found in the house.
That is
His
crazy.
museum in Vegas.
The only reason why I said that because he bought the demon house from Gary and destroyed it
Why'd you do it?
because he doesn't want no.
They're demons.
Yeah, he doesn't want no one in there. He doesn't want anyone in
It
there.
was
I mean, yeah, I guess
supposedly
that
a
makes sense.
portal, and it was why he destroyed that house, because it was an extra house on the property. But I also have seen him go back to that location after he destroyed it. Boys on it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you know, well, he did. But yeah, so it mysteriously burned down overnight. Nothing left but a little shed on his property there in Plainville, West Hampton. But his truck was sold for $760.
His what?
His
Truck.
Was sold for what?
$760.
Must be nice.
Now
Nowadays, trucks are.
he's buried with the rest of his family, which is also in the same graveyard that he robbed. So he gets to be buried with his victims, which I kind of think is just messed up.
Man's just getting jumped
If anything,
by the other spirits.
you shouldn't even bury guys like that. Like, you shouldn't even give them a chance. Like, no choice. You're not getting a plot bug. You know how hard it is to secure a plot nowadays? We're running out of land. I am burning you. You're lucky I don't do it at the stake, okay? Like, yeah, no, you don't need no plot. Burn. An eternal fire.
He probably is burning in that eternal fire right now.
Oh.
Yes. So yeah, he's buried with the rest of his family. He does not have a tombstone because they bought him a tombstone. It got completely vandalized and broken, and people
They
like
should have
taking
known.
chunks of it home with them probably.
That's weird.
Immediately after traveling to the location to visit or something. It's like a memento type deal.
Yeah, but they should have known after like what he did that was gonna happen.
Yeah, so I mean, they supposedly fixed it a time or two, and people kept vandalizing it, so now it just has literally nothing there. Like, it's just an empty plot where his body's buried. Unless somebody, ironically, has gone and got his. That'd be a wicked twist.
That would be a wicked twist. Somebody like digging him up.
But, maybe
Turns out Johnny Boy did it.
Alright, road trip, guys.
Wait a minute.
Does that count? Because, like, it's eye for an eye type deal, you know?
Eye for
I'm
an
not
eye
doing
type
it because
deal.
I like it. I'm doing it because the guy deserves it.
We're just gonna like unbury him and just throw his bones outside of his. Well, I mean, they just probably back. I don't even know what they even did for caskets back then. Probably
Just probably
wooden
burn it.
boards.
You don't know. But
For him, it'd probably just be a wooden board or a cardboard box, and that cardboard box is probably gone.
yeah, that was gone in 12 days. If it was a cardboard box, the wooden crate's gone in 2 years.
Yeah, so it's probably just him laying there.
That's all I got as far as interesting stuff for him goes, though. So we can move on to Jonathan Burlock. And again, I'm gonna say it. This guy's middle name was Christ.
Yeah.
It's
So weird.
crazy.
Imagine having that middle name and the actions that you do.
So disgraceful.
So the reason why we call him Modern Egging is because he did some of the same actions that Egging did. And for Modern, also recently, this happened in January.
No, it happened from October to December. October of 2025 to January of 2026, at least. At least. Anyway, go ahead. My bad. I had to correct.
At least.
So,
At least.
yeah, no kidding.
At least.
So,
Y'all understand.
police have been looking into the string of burger.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
A string of burgers. Somebody's hungry.
Burglaries. There we go. When an investigator checked, are you saying Gerlach?
Yes.
Is that how you pronounce it? Because I've been saying Gerlach.
I don't know. Who cares?
Gerlach. I think Gerlach sounds right.
I don't think
Gerlach.
when guys do stuff like this, they even need to be respected properly.
Respected.
All right, so we're going with Gerlach then. Checked his plates and found that he has been near Gein. Honestly, I don't even know where that is. I didn't even look it up. So Gein, I think it's what,
Siri, where's
Pennsylvania,
Gein?
where they found him.
Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay, so yeah,
is where
Pennsylvania.
it was done, and I don't know what you just said. I got he lived in
But-
Philly.
He was there repeatedly. For police say the break-ins centered on sealed vaults and mausoleums.
Mausoleum.
Yeah, what he said.
Mhm.
You know, big terms.
It's the wall
I
of
just-
dead guys
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
instead of the actual grave.
So really, he didn't dig up anybody. He went into vaults and broke, walls open. So he didn't really do no digging.
No, that is not a correct statement. He did dig.
I got that he didn't do.
Also,
anything.
some of the that he was breaking into was in the ground mausoleums, so they just had a big concrete pad put over him because he was breaking into baby mausoleums as well, which is crazy.
It is crazy.
And that's why I say this guy's way worse. As soon as you do anything, fuck that. I messed up to a kid.
It's alright, you already said it.
Right, no kidding.
Sorry, I'm emotional.
But basically, yeah, they've been smashed open, had stonework damage done to reach the remains that are inside. Now, he didn't really do any recent burials. He went after like nothing but really bones. He was just after their bones. He didn't do like what Gein did and like read obituaries or anything like that. He was just there to just dig them up. That was it.
I'm surprised he didn't go to the catacombs.
Yeah, that'd have been the mother lode.
Yeah, Goldeneye.
But Johnny Boy was arrested as he committed a crime, as he committed one of the burglaries. He was found with a crowbar, and police said a burlap bag. You know what that is?
A burlap what?
Burlap bag. I had to ask him what this was because I didn't even think about it.
What
But
is
it's sack racers, those kind of bags.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I thought this man had designer at first. I was like, he's got Dolphins inside of a designer bag. But
That's what it sounded like.
that's what I'm saying. I was like, all right.
Y'all are, oh my god. That's crazy. Y'all hear burlap, you're like, ooh, I like Fendi, but
Sounds like
Like you got
Gucci or
a
some
designer
Coach.
out here called Balenciaga.
that's crazy.
Got Gucci and Coach with him.
Right. Like,
Yeah, there was a mummified child inside of that bag.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
um,
Yeah.
No.
yeah, it was the remains of 2 small children and 3 skulls and other bones.
What does he want with?
It's a
Well, you gotta find out. Don't worry.
That's what I got for that. But he also told investigators when he was in investigation that he took about, what I read at the time was 30 sets of human remains. Now Justin told me a different number.
Yeah, they found over 100 total. What was that?
I said 24.
He was like, "You liar!"
Yeah. They found over 100 different bodies or bones, like pertaining to different bodies in his house and in his storage lot. I think that lower number probably came from his storage unit that they broke into. That's
Okay.
probably where he had some of, because that video didn't look very crazy. There was a man that was like in a suit in the back of the locker, which was weird.
So I wonder when with the 30 that he only told the investigators, like, yeah, I got 30 sets in the shed, and he didn't want to say probably what was in his house or whatever.
Yeah, it's possible. But yeah, no, like you said, he got caught red-handed. There was reports of desecrated gravesites and mausoleums all the way back in, I believe, July of last year, 2025. So, and it was in the Mount Moriah Cemetery where he did most of his stealing from, grave robbing from. Yeah, because that's a, what do they call it, closed down cemetery kind of.
Abandoned cemetery.
Yeah, I don't think it's owned by anybody, so it's only taken care of by what they call the Mount Moriah group or whatever, which is just volunteer people who try to get out there and take care of it whenever they can. And
Cut the grass and stuff or whatever.
the last time somebody was buried there, I think when I was reading about it, was like 2006 or 2008 or something.
Oh wow.
So yeah, there's, 20 years have gone by. You might have somebody visit somebody after like 20 years on their birthday or their death day or something like that maybe. But for the most part, most people in that cemetery have probably been gone a long time, considering the last person to get buried there was 2006, 2008. I mean, and so nobody was ever there. This guy could practically go whenever he wanted, I believe. I would say.
Yeah.
But he still chose to do it at night, it seemed like. And he was also one of the stupidest criminals I've ever heard of.
Say, a little side note. When before we go further, when you were talking about when we talked about that he got caught red-handed.
Right.
Little story. He used a crowbar to break up all the stonework and all that. Well, Justin told me that he went to jail for stealing at a hardware store.
Yes.
And what he stole.
Well, no, he didn't go to jail, but he stole from a hardware store. They added those charges onto his thing, and they just recently released them with that. It was like,
but what basically on that charge for stealing from a hardware store, what he stole was the crowbar. So he used the stolen crowbar
that he left behind.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, at the scene. So they then had video camera of the guy that stole the crowbar. Not only that, the night they found this guy, what led them to that crowbar, or the night they found the crowbar, what led them to that was a trail of energy drinks and cigarette butts that he had dispensed of.
Let me just put that back down. Do we know what kind of energy drink it was?
It was a great.
Alright, alright. Ain't no way. He probably was drinking Monsters.
Yeah, no, I actually. I low key believe it was mine. I believe they were.
Just you have it hidden, and then you tell it, you knock it over in front of the camera.
I don't know. I think that can still fit.
Hey,
That still fit.
It's okay. It was probably the green Monster. All right.
Yes, exactly. And then you chuck it.
Well, not four.
Great catch.
Okay. Yeah, we're having a little too much fun describing these terrible people today.
Sometimes you
We
gotta.
just gotta make
We're
it
trying to
into a
lighten
joke.
over the mood. We're not trying to be disrespectful. We just try to keep that in mind because we're sorry. You know. Anyway,
We just might like a little
dark.
dark humor every now and then.
Yeah.
So, as far as what I got more about this guy is what we're going to dive into is social media is a thing nowadays. So, a lot of times, whenever there's a new breaking story and there's somebody who did some crazy stuff that was definitely younger or on the younger side, for example, Erica Kirk. Everybody's been diving into her backstory because she grew up in social media. So people have been diving into that. Anyway, we're going to move along.
Nah, she's definitely guilty.
Now, so I decided to see
Probably another topic.
if this guy had social media and all of that. And also part of the story was that he was, there was a chair. I know I ain't gonna be.
I knew it was a chair. I just had to look.
Nothing.
It was a little
he
like
looked
sweet.
at me all crooked.
Like I knew it was the chair. I'm like, because he was
Snapped his
turning when it
neck at
happened.
you.
Yeah. Okay. I was like.
Basically, his Instagram name. I'm gonna go ahead and say that.
Say. Oh, sorry. I was looking at Twitter. Dead poopy daddy, but it don't say poopy. It says the other word.
What shit?
Yeah,
well-
Dead Shitty Daddy is what it was. Anyways, they took it down. I actually didn't even get to see the Instagram before it was taken down. As soon as by the time I got to it, it was his profile picture. It said 0 photos, and it just had his name there with like 0 followers and all that stuff.
Dang, bro couldn't even get one follower.
Or wait, no. It still had his followers, and it still had, but that was
How many
private.
did it?
And it still had who he was
Did it
following.
show how many followers he had?
Probably, but I didn't put that down.
Dang. I was like, this
yeah,
man
like
probably got
20.
way more followers than us, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
he had like 20.
Guy robbing the Craves
I
doing
think
better.
we're at like 80 something
Shit.
now.
But so
Maybe
some of the
90.
people he was following, he followed a lot of taxidermy accounts that I seen on there, skeleton collecting, and other oddity accounts. So if you just go on to
Bro, that's
So-
basically
and
like
search
so like
oddities.
you said.
Have
like,
you
Go
have
ahead.
you guys heard of Strange Things and Oddities?
Stranger Things, yeah.
No.
Exactly, it's that kind of thing that he's into.
Well,
But
there's
worse.
events for
But
those.
I haven't heard. There's an
'Cause
event
Dylan-
for that.
Yes. Dylan?
Well, I mean, yeah, but what kind of stuff do they have?
I'm not sure. I never went.
Might
But they
have to
have
look
those
into
like
those.
they do have
He
like
said, I
weird
plead
stuff.
the fifth.
But Dylan's been.
Huh.
And, what if old boy was there?
That would
It's
be
a
crazy.
possibility. I forgot what I was going to even say now.
Okay.
I totally forgot. Go
It'll
ahead.
come back to you.
It will.
Sounds
Just
good.
interrupt
You keep
interrupt
thinking
him.
on that.
Yeah, just continue.
But basically, so his Instagram, like I said, I didn't get to see the photos on Instagram. Now, there's this amazing
Go
thing.
ahead.
Pause. You're gonna hold that.
I'm gonna forget again.
All right, fine, go.
No, go ahead.
You say go ahead and
There's
look
this
that
amazing
photo.
thing called Instagram flashback or something like that. I forget exactly. I followed it from like Reddit or something like that. But or no, the Wayback Machine. There we go. Basically, it takes stuff that used to be on the internet, and you can look at it even if it's been deleted. Sometimes,
Like Vine.
they can't archive everything away from the internet. So I got to see
Internet's forever.
some of his photos and some of his old posts from his Instagram,
Okay.
and he was literally just straight up posting the skulls and
What?
and in a very photographic way. It was really crazy. It was like he was staging them up.
This man was definitely on the black market.
You know how me and you used to sell shoes growing up?
Okay, yeah.
And I would basically take a photo from different angles of
He was
the
like,
shoe,
pose,
I'd set them
pose.
up in a certain way to make the picture look more presentable
Yeah,
to
or
whoever
like a photographer
is
or whatever.
buying,
Yeah.
to make it easier to sell. Well, that's what this guy did. And he also actually sold it.
Wait, people bought them?
Did that, Bob.
Oh boy.
Bob. Law enforcement found
Bob.
Facebook groups of people that was in groups with him that they had tracked down to buying skulls from him.
Social media has like gone so far
they
off
pulled messages from his phone
from what it's supposed to be.
stating that he was in Chicago. This man lived in Pennsylvania. He said he was in Chicago selling a skull to somebody. They pulled those messages out from his phone
So crazy.
and released those already.
Go ahead and let me know if this man was in the Epstein files.
I doubt.
No.
Epstein's still alive, by the way.
Oh.
Uh,
So before you continue, what I was gonna say, because you were talking about social media and what he was, who he was following and everything, I was like, if you really think about it, Gein was looking at magazines because there was no such thing as social media then, and what he was, basically reading and everything, it's kind of similar, but like it fits our topic, modern.
Yeah.
This guy was on social media reading all these things and looking at pictures and all that.
basically,
So I was like, that's
careful.
actually a cool, not cool, but like
Yo, what?
for our
Cool.
topic, it's a cool comparison for our topic.
It's a good...
Alright, FBI, he's next.
Never mind, I
Yeah,
was gonna say-
basically, watch what you put into your eyes, or you might start grave digging. You don't know. No, that makes sense though. That makes sense. I definitely see the correlation. It's media, social media, that kind of thing. Ed just didn't have the social aspect going at all. This guy did, like I said, he was.
Well, yeah, like you said, he was doing meet and greets.
I seen
autographs.
another photo.
No kidding, like signing the skulls.
There was a Facebook post from him where it was him like this with his arms crossed, his motorcycle behind him, and he's just leaning against it.
Was it a Harley?
And the caption, I think it was actually.
Oh,
Interesting.
Yeah, it was a Harley type bike at least, if not. It wasn't a sport bike. It was definitely a cruiser. But he said in that caption, out here in the middle of nowhere, slanging skulls or something like that.
What the?
And he's got a skull sitting on his gas tank.
like I wonder how many people though. Like honestly, I wonder how many people, before he got caught and everything, how many people actually bought these skulls thinking they were like fake or something, and then come to find out, no, you're saying they bought them knowing that they were actual human skulls?
I don't see how you accidentally think they're not. If you're getting in contact with this guy out of nowhere on Facebook, going out of your way to hit him up and get skulls from him, and this guy was charged. They'd release some of his messages. He'd be like, okay, you want this, that, 300, 400.
Oh my.
You're not gonna pay that much for some fake skulls.
Yeah.
You think just, ooh,
Yeah, I guess so.
ooh. Like, I probably.
Well, I guess
I
in that
wouldn't
case,
buy
I wonder how many people have like buried those skulls or any well, you said he was just selling skulls. Or was he selling
I
other
don't know,
things
big
too?
dog.
Phones, other parts.
I wonder how many people buried them in
FBI
their
got
backyard to not get caught.
It seemed like his main, what he mainly focused on, it seemed like.
Is there
was
any-
souls.
Say, did you read on anything about like if the police or anybody like went after the recipients through the text messages?
I mean, I can imagine, but it's still an active investigation. I think I told you. I don't know. I told one of you guys. He had his preliminary hearings already.
You told me, but you didn't find anything.
But his preliminary hearings were all privatized out, and the only thing I learned is that the one petty theft charge for the crowbar that he stole, they dropped the charges on that. Probably because they didn't feel like showing or having to prove guilt in that scenario, because they're currently charging this guy, which we will move on to now, with 500 different counts of different things.
500 different counts? We're not about to go through all 500.
Step on down to what did he do this
Yeah,
time?
bro's going under the jail.
No kidding.
Yeah, so
Under,
basically,
like,
I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick rundown. We have three different
I was going to the middle core or the center core.
We got three different 100 counts of, okay? You got 100 counts of abuse of a corpse, of theft by unlawful taking,
Abuse of a corpse.
and
So
of
is he just eating
receiving
like the crap out of the
and
I
of
think-
receiving stolen property.
I think it's like dismantling corpses.
Trying to make a joke, Brady.
So, Ed Gein was at about 10 maybe max, but
Mm-hmm.
as far as like how many he touched, or well, as far as how many bodies, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
He only messed with 10 bodies, and
He said, "Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something."
and this guy messed. Okay, oh my gosh, man, so dark.
Yeah.
But this guy messed with 100, so he, to me, was on a way greater scale. And not only this, but Ed Gein was doing it for himself. This guy is like part of a ring.
Yeah, this
He
guy
did
was
it for
doing it to
other
make some
people.
money.
Yeah, I mean, look.
And like, I mean, you know, or part of a ring. Like,
Anyway, that's
the
his
fact that
100
this was a
counts.
Facebook group too. Like, how did that even be acceptable?
What surprised me if the elites were in it.
Yeah, matter of fact, let's talk about that. How can we just sell humans on Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg?
Yeah, no kidding.
Huh? Can you please explain to the boys how you could just take a skull
Ain't he in the Epstein
and
files?
post it? But when I say something just slightly wrong about anything too far, never mind. Where are we going here?
Oh,
That your post
I can-
banned?
Yeah, you locked me up in jail for some of the stuff that I reposted.
Have
He
you?
was selling bodies through your platform. Can you please explain?
He probably bought one. Guys, we're gonna wake up tomorrow and our Facebooks are canceled.
All right, but moving on. We got through 300 counts that he was already a part of. We're going to move on to the several 26 counts of that he has. 26 counts of burglary. 26 counts of intentional desecration of public monument. Intentional desecration of historical lots. 26 counts of criminal mischief. 26 of trespassing. 7 counts of a defiant trespass. I don't know what the difference is between that. Now, another thing, there's a guy currently serving 6 years in prison for stealing human remains in connection with Harvard Medical School and Morgan, Pennsylvania, also in jail right now.
But you said he's doing
6
6 years.
He's doing 6 years, and that's it. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
This guy named Jeremy Pauly. I got to read up onto his case really to actually see too much about it. But when I was digging into him a little bit, this Jeremy Pauly guy said to be doing on the scale what Jonathan was doing, he would have had to have been crazy or had some serious obsession with what he was doing, or he was doing it for some other reasons. He wasn't just doing it because that's how he wanted to make his money. He was like, you look at how easy it is to go make money nowadays versus how much effort it took for him to go do that. He was doing that for a reason. It wasn't just because he wanted the money. That might have been cool for him, but he also enjoyed doing that stuff. And he said this guy said that he thought that Jonathan was crazy, but yet they did the same stuff. Don't give me. I don't understand that. He thinks there's a difference between stealing bodies that was sent to medical school for science versus, I guess, the bodies in the ground. Maybe a little bit is where he sees the difference and draws the line.
He said the crazy part is that you took a crowbar and destroyed stuff and dug people up. I just basically took them off the table.
He's like, oh, I just thought one. Yeah, no. Basically, that's crazy though. And connection here. He bought human remains. Jonathan Gerlach bought human remains off of this Jeremy Pauly guy before he went to jail.
Oh.
He bought the rest of his set, is what this guy's name is.
So,
Jesus.
And he's in prison. Maybe. He could be lying to get some time off of his sentence and get out.
did you ever figure
that's
out what
pretty
he
crazy.
did with the mummified bodies? You said he had 2 mummified bodies, right?
Those were
Children.
the children bodies, yeah.
Yeah, those were mummified children bodies. I'm not really sure. I'm not clear if he necessarily ever kept anything intact. It is said that he was definitely stealing newer bodies as well as older bodies, especially towards the end, because another way they connected one of the bodies to him is a pacemaker. Pacemakers aren't necessarily the newest thing, but they're relatively new.
Yeah.
And they tracked the pacemaker inside of the body to his house or his storage unit, and that's how they found out about the storage unit. Is what that was.
That's pretty crazy.
But yeah, this guy was insane. What I also have in here is he allegedly. Okay, yeah, I got the allegedly selling the skull in Chicago.
Yeah.
Police are looking for Facebook groups that sell human remains. They're still kind of looking for them. They found some skulls that still had hair, dentures, even matted skin on them. So this guy might not have been digging them up for arts and crafts to make stuff out of them, but he was still digging them up, selling them. He almost treated it with more dignity than Ed Gein did, in a way, I would say, because it seemed like he would try to make them look better. His thing was like, oh, I curate these bones, I clean these bones, and he did more than just humans too. He had animal skull photos on his Instagram and stuff like that.
It's probably how like with Gein, his fascination on, skinning and everything and killing came from first seeing an animal getting killed. And then Gerlach, started off probably skinning animals. So
yeah. Other than that, that's practically all I got to say. Other than the feds said when they searched his place, they collected human skulls, skeletons, bones, and corpses. So that was like defined in the papers. So they're going by definition. So corpse, that's a full body, skin, everything's good. Like they found a lot of stuff in this guy's house, and some of it was posted on Instagram, like we talked about. Some of it was posted on Facebook. A lot of it was sold through Facebook. And they say that when they searched the house, he had these parts set up in a way that was almost museum-like. Like you could come in and you could look around, like you were shopping for it. They was set up on display almost. It was like, oh, this is this piece, this is this piece, this is yeah.
It just has a name tag.
Insane, diabolical. There's crazy people in this world, and I think that it would be cheaper to just put them out the misery than use our tax dollars to keep them alive with 3 huts and a cot.
yeah.
I don't know, Bob. What do I know?
Yeah.
I'm no politician.
Well, we're going to leave it up to our viewers and everything. So as we're closing out, comment down below, guys, that who do you think did it worse, Gein or Gerlach?
Obviously,
So, but as you guys know, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on social media, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Because you guys know if you ain't with the boys, who y'all with? We're out.